I'm gonna try to pretend like I am not as hot as I am, which is pretty hot. It's warm, but you will be with me and also with you. And we will get this live going as promised. I was not here on time, but I'm here now. My lunch ran late, but I made it. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Come on in the room. Please come join me. Hi. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to ask some of our friends uh, to join us over here. I'm going to go live. I'm all harried. And I'll try to be a good hostess as I'm waiting for you guys to come. For those who are here and for those who are coming. That's a different look. My eyes look real weird over here. Not sure why. They're weird looking. Maybe they'll tell me, whoever comes in. Oh, my basket. Can y'all see my basket? Y'all can't see it. Hi. Hi, thanks for joining. Don't mind me for a second. Okay, so as you come in, ask whatever, start popping questions into the start popping questions into the thing there. I'm right here waiting for you guys. God. It's gonna make me type the whole thing. Damn. Hi. I am setting up to do lives right now. Go ahead and start popping in questions. And we'll have a live. Yes. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jackie. Hi, whoever's joining. Hello, over in the group. Let's do it. Let's do some Friday. Let's do pendulum for a minute. How's that? Hi. Hi, Cav. I like your name. If you're in here over in YouTube, would you please make that like button do what it do? I'm just walking in the house, so all my energy's catching up with me. So you'll probably see me settle throughout this time because it's all like I was rushing, rushing to get here to see you guys. So hi, yeah, you're welcome. Hey, do you have a question? If you do, the best kind of question to do right now is yes or no question. So because this is kind of just like a sample of how my readings go and what I'm able to see, and that I'm doing something and not just pulling your chain. So if you want to just put your yes no questions in, I'll answer them as they come up. Yeah? Does that sound like good? Does that sound like something to do with our Friday? How's y'all's week going? What's everybody up to? What's the latest in nonsense celebrity news that we can talk about while we're waiting for people to ask questions? The cool thing about nonsense celebrity news is that it's not heavy. There's a lot of heavy right now in the world. So that's one of my guilty pleasures is nonsense celebrity news, because they're doing a lot worse with the COVID than us normal folks. It's interesting to watch. But questions about like a yes no question is kind of what we're looking for right now. And if you're over here, I would appreciate if you can go to the YouTube channel and like and subscribe on Hi Tarot, HAITAROT. In the meantime, let's start with questions. Let's see. Do we have any? Are there any questions with the people who are watching right now? Yes. It's an oval, so ish. So hi, Danielle. So go ahead and ask your questions. Pendulum says that they're here. and it doesn't lie. So let's get them out. I've got a yes. How about I ask, will someone ask a question? I'm still getting a yes. Okay. Well, you're coming, or you will be coming soon with the question. Hey, here it is. I'm hoping everybody is feeling fantastic because it's a brand new day. It's really rainy here. It's been raining all morning, and it's just now starting to clear up. I don't think it's ever going to be sunny all day long, but it's nice overcast, which is nice here where it's really, really hot because we have 107-degree days. So we don't mind overcast. It means it's going to be cooler. Our ACs can take a break. So I'm happy about that. And to be kind of refreshed. So if you're interested in doing a nice question, will there be a Black Panther 2? The movie, I'm sure there will. Will there be a Black Panther 2? Yes. Do you think I don't think they'll replace T'Challa. Let's ask. Will they replace? I don't think they will. Will they replace T'Challa? No. Nope. They might have to have his voice do something, but they're not going to use a different person to play him. Thank God. Will you find? Isn't that great? Will you find your path and gift soon? You're in a rebirth of your life's journey. Will you find your path and gift soon? That's such an excellent question, Danielle. I'm glad you're open for the answer. Right? Big oval, yes. So here's the good news for you. It's not going to fall into your lap. It's not available to you that way. You have to go get it. And yes, you have everything that you need to do that, but you have to be an active participant in the co-creation of said path. That makes sense? I like that. I did a reading for myself recently because I was wondering whether I should stay or go about where I'm moving. And I said, is it great to stay or is it great to go? And to stay was a no, and to go was maybe. So the cool part about that is there was no yes. There was no, it's going to be fantastic what you do, because what was being communicated to me from Spirit is that I have to be involved in it. It's not just going to be great. The great is what I add to it. And that's kind of what you're getting about this life path thing. Like, you are involved in the co-creating of it. It does. Hi, Dildo. Is that your name? It's DIL space DOE. I'm just saying. I want y'all to know. This is the person who logged in YouTube. They're actually on the channel right now. I'm going to call you Doe. Just so I don't have to keep saying that over and over again. Hi, Tabitha. Are you supposed to be with Greg in a relationship? Oh, my God. Are you supposed to be with Greg in a relationship? The answer is Craig. It's Craig. Are you supposed to be with Craig in a relationship? Big yes. Craig is the big kahuna. Do not let him go. Yes, we'll call him Dee Dee. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I am not calling you Mr. Doe. I feel like that's not the right way to go with it. I like Dee Dee. Tabitha, ask a question over here. What do we have over here? Maybe you should get one. Maybe. I mean, if you've been in quarantine as long as we have, like 6 months, you need something. Because no man's going to behave that long. I'm sure he's gotten on your nerves, even if you're quarantined with somebody. I shouldn't say that. No person can behave that long. You can't get along. Poor relationships are being stressed out with this COVID, man. Hey, everybody in Facebook, can you please make sure you like it? Do the thumbs up and then notification so you know when I come on again. Should you be more active with OnlyFans? I asked my niece if I should get an OnlyFans, and she goes, okay. Should you be more active with OnlyFans? So, Tabitha, you're being asked a question. If that's who you want to be, is the answer. So it was a big yes, and then there was an interruption in that yes. So it's really about what jives with your spirit. You can make a lot of money there, money, resources. It can be very profitable for you to be there, but it's about if that's the person you want to be. So have a deep conversation with yourself about that. Hi, Mama Cat. And I'm over here. Shall I break up with my relationship or keep it? All right, Ahmed. Let's see. Shall you break up? It's an oval about breaking up, which is going to be the same if I ask if you keep it, because there's going to be work either way. It's a pain in the ass no matter what you do. You just have to decide what kind of pain in the ass you want. Do you want one with that person or without them? And I think there's like too many unresolved accounts to. You really have to be an active participant in doing that too. Was that from me? Yes. The Craig one, yes, I did that. Yes. I hope you got your answer. Should I make a porn hub? Should you make a porn hub? Let's see. Yes. It's a pretty fast yes, like right away. If there's a quick study, a quick startup program, or like you can do it today, yes. Post haste. Thank you. I'm trying to give good messages today. Make sure you'll hit like over here. Do I have any other questions? Here, did Mr. Didi ask a question? You just came to show me your screen name. I'll see. I'll put my cards on in just a second. Are you supposed to be with him? You never heard it. Oh, I don't remember. Is Ruth supposed to be with? You will be with him for a long-term relationship, but ultimately it will dissipate. And it happens in a way that is as a result of growth. So it's not like a painful breakup, but that's not your person. You won't be with him forever. It'll be like, you kiss and say goodbye and go your separate ways and then go on to find your soulmate. But it's a good relationship and you learn from it. It's just there for a season. Good luck with it. Other questions? Who else? Guys, it's Friday. We're going into the weekend. You know what I say about the weekend? Get some or get out of the relationships. That's it. That is it. You cannot be in a relationship and go all weekend without getting some. That means you're outside of the relationship. And if you do, you need to start working on a different plan. That's what the weekend is for. Either you're at IKEA looking at boring furniture or you're getting at it. That's it. There's no in between. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Danielle. Please go over to YouTube and like and subscribe to the channel. I'm getting close to my goal numbers, so I'm going to keep pushing it, keep showing up, and hopefully we'll get there. I saw a girl who was on. She had 31 people watching her, and she wasn't doing anything. Man. Well, I'm going to keep doing it like this, and we'll see what happens. So, any other questions over here? Let's see. Oh, thank you, Natalie. I appreciate that. I just had a really cool reading. Is finishing your site the move? I think that's supposed to say move. Yeah. Is finishing your site the move? Big. Yes. 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 The current person or the current setup or the current way it's set up is not going to be what's successful, but you have to keep chomping at the bit until you get it right. And it is a worthy pursuit, Jackie. That was for you. Yeah, it's all frustrating. We're all frustrated. Whoever's going to win is going to be the ones who can keep their sanity. We gotta keep our sanity through this whole thing. Don't let people make you nuts. Okay, I wanted to go back and do a card for. Oh wait, claim against your. Will you win the claim against your husband's late? Will you win the claim against your late husband's employer? This is going to be a long time. It's going to be a long time. and then there will be a net gain, but it's not like it's not what you expect. It's disappointing. So yes, but it's a disappointing win. Finish before it's perfect. Oh, my family has been feeling that my husband has been up to something. Okay, so I can. So is it okay? So I understand that your family feels like your husband's been up to something, but is it something suspicious for like a bad thing? Like, what if he's planning a surprise something, and like looking into it would be not cool? Like, does it feel bad, or just does it feel secretive? Secretive is not necessarily bad, right? I'll ask whatever you want. You want to know? Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. Is your husband up to something? Your husband is. It's a yes, but it's a teeny yes. It even bumps into my hand. It's a tiny yes. So he's in the very, very, very beginning initial stages. I don't know if he's actually put the pedal to the metal yet to move forward, but he is exploring his options in a very non-threatening way. Do you know? Like, I remember when I used to be in my job and I would be sick of my job and somebody just cussed me out, and I would go into the classifieds and just see, is there some other job that pays more than what I'm doing here that I could just go off and do? Do you know what I mean? But like, I wasn't threatening my current job, but I was looking to see, are there other options that are available? And it feels like he's like exploring in some non risk heavy way. Is the moon in rebirth and karma reset? I don't even understand the question. Okay, is the moon in rebirth and karma reset? Danielle said yes. The pendulum that understands it. It's a huge yes. It's a huge fast yes. So not only is that happening, but it's happening in a way that is affecting all of us on a really big scale. I understand the last full moon was really impactful. Like, I understand that was going on. He's planning on moving out with his sister. So Mama Cat, I feel like you don't like him. We are all feeling it. Thank you, Danielle. Yeah, see, I feel like you're doing a lot of trying to make you're making the questions, you're making the situation, the issue about him, but it is all projection. You've been tired of him and his bullshit for a very long time. And until you kind of take responsibility for the part of it that for you, it's going to continue to look confusing, because you're not confused at all. Confusion is not the word, but that's what your ego is using to keep you from moving, right? So as long as you stay confused, you're paralyzed. Because once you like go ahead and recognize, just sit down with a glass of wine and a mirror, get down with your inner child and be like, girl, just like Whoopi Goldberg does in Ghost, you in trouble, girl. Right? And then you kind of talk through with yourself, what do you want? We can spend the pendulum all day, and if this man is going to stay and you don't want him, why? You know? Okay, so now I'm on to Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hunter's question. It's a big yes. Look, the yes is bigger than my hand. That's a really cool thing about pendulum and tarot. Like, you don't even have to say the question out loud. Y'all could just actually say, I have a question. I'm asking it right now, and I could like read for you. Look at the huge spin on this yes. Do you see that, Mr. Hunter? Can you see how big that is? It's almost smacking me in the face. Look how close it is. That, my friends, is a yes. Do you see that? Look at that huge circle. It's crazy. So yes, incredibly yes. Right? Did you see it? Yeah. 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 Yes. that's a pendulum's way of going like that. Is the name I get letter S? Me from a past life. Is my info correct? Please, thank you. Is okay. Is the name that you get with the letter S you from a past life? Ish. It's somebody related to you from a past life. It was like your spouse from a past life. It's real close to you. In your face, truth. Oh, thank you so much. Big yes. Did you see that? Yes. Like it was like, it really actually, I mean, it almost became, what is that called? What is that called? Parallel? I don't know. I can't think math when I'm doing tarot or when I'm doing pendulum magic work. It throws my brain off. Should you show your face on Pornhub? Do you know, Tabitha, I have a mask. You're so welcome. I have a mask that I can give you. Let me see. Well, it says yes. So I don't think you're supposed to be unafraid. If you are the person that I think you are, don't you have some really distinguishing characteristics, whether you cover your face or not? Right? Like real distinctive markings and stuff. So yeah, it's saying yes, and it's saying like whether you do or not, you're going to clearly be made. Because the way you look with a mask on versus not with a mask on, you're very identifiable. Yes, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You're very welcome, Shakti. Shakti, I love that name. I like it. It sounds so it's fun to say. Shakti. Shakti. So I'm gonna go get this mask because there's nothing. Oh wait. I'll show it to you later. It's a pink masquerade mask. That's what I would do. If I was gonna go and do what you're thinking about doing, like doing like some kind of expose videos and stuff, I'd wear a mask. Because I have kids. Do you have kids? Right. Hi, how are you? Kashi, another name I like. Will you be successful in opening your own business? Oh, I'm feeling you, Kashi. I'm in the same boat, babe. Will you be successful in owning your own business is a big yes. This yes is almost as big as Mr. Hunter's yes was, right? Like, y'all are getting these huge yeses. So I think you're asking me questions that you already know the answers to, and you're just for confirmation. Look how, not only is it big, but it's fast. You see? So yes, absolutely. It says, should you seek employment? Now, those things aren't mutually exclusive. So Kashi, I'm going to ask that as well. Should you seek employment? It's changing. Hold on. It's changing. You'll be interrupted if you seek employment, and ultimately no. See how long it took to get to the no? So I think you're going to have to fill out some applications and give the illusion of going towards employment, but that your business, because you're going to be working on them simultaneously, your business will be profitable enough for you to not have to go into that employment. Hope that makes sense. Will your twin flame come into your orbit? Let's see. Will you be able to get in contact today with your friend? Your timing has been off. Let's see. I'm on twin flame in the orbit is a yes, a very big yes. Look, you guys with these huge yeses. I almost need a no to make sure no is possible, right? Will you be able to get in contact with your friend today, or will your timing has been off? No. It's a shaky no. So it's unstable, but it's definitely no. Still bad with timing. Within the next 3 months. Am I with the man I'm meant to be with? Jamie, I got a really big smile when I was reading your message. He's such a good match for you. Oh, I hope it is. So Jamie Lee is who yes. He's like such a good match for you because the way that you guys deal with your conflict is very healing for you. Like his particular energy with your particular energy right now is so good, but it's really, really delicate. You have to remember to respect each other. You have to remember to continue to like the things that you liked about him when you got together. He's really, really close to a twin flame, which means you're going to both excite and irritate each other almost in equal amounts. That's what a twin flame is. Everybody thinks a twin flame is, a whole bunch of amazingness, and it is, but it's also dealing with your shadow. So I hope that you guys figure out a way to stay together because you're really good for each other. He's really good for you. He's really good for you. I don't know what the within the next 3 months was for Sarah. I'm not. Can you ask the full question of whatever it was for the next 3 months? Will you meet Mr. Right? All right, LaShawn. Let's ask. LaShawn, will LaShawn meet Mr. Right? Oh, thank you, Danielle. You have a great weekend too. LaShawn. Okay, so LaShawn, this is an oval, and you will meet somebody who will meet what you think Mr. Right is right now. But in truth, that is not Mr. Right. That is a minion who will kind of run around doing your bidding, and you'll get really bored of him really, really, really fast. And then you'll start working on really healing the relationship traumas that you went through early in life. And then you'll attract somebody who is actually your equal, and it'll be a good relationship. There's a couple of steps to go through before that. And it's completely natural. You're not doing anything weird or whatever. But it's all part of your growth. What else? Will you meet your true love fast? Listen, Orion, you can't be spinning. You can't be rushing the universe. Orion said, "Will I meet my true love fast?" Huge yes. Well, I guess you can. Maybe you can tell the universe what to do, or you're just in sync, and so you know what's coming. Big, huge, gigantic yes, and it's going to be your true love. So make sure you take care of it. What else? Where else are we, everybody? Where else are we? I'm so glad you guys joined me. It's a good day, right? Does it feel good to you guys? It feels like lighter. It's been really heavy, the energy. But today it feels a little bit more manageable. I hope everybody else is feeling that way too. Speaking of manageable, time to do something else with these braids. Well, I'm waiting for you guys to come in. Hey, as you cruise in, could you please make sure you go over to YouTube and go to High Tarot. It's in the description on this side. It's HAITAROT. High Tarot. You look up a lot lighter today. Good. Yeah, I think that there's some kind of sloughing off that happened last night with some of the heavier energies that have been kind of over all of us. September came in and was like, listen, everybody's had heavy enough months for a minute. Let me be a little bit lighter. August is always a real tumultuous month, actually. You know, that's when Katrina was in August, and there's a couple other things that happened in August. Some of the deaths of some of the more important or more notable civil rights leaders happened in August. August is really a very change heavy month. Yes, you have dreams about your girl. That's fantastic. Hi, Robert, Rocky. Ask questions. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Do we have more questions? We have a pretty good crowd, guys. Just pop your questions in and I'll get to them as I can. Hi, Tara. I love the way you spell your name. I've never seen Tara spelled like that. It's like Sarah, but with a T. I love that. It's usually like 2 R's or something, right? Anyway, are there more questions? Yes. All right, you guys. The pendulum's telling on you. Let's ask. Make sure you like and share and subscribe over on YouTube. It's High Tarot, HAITAROT. I was just talking to somebody who was telling me about how complicated my deck is. Here, I'll bring my tarot out now. Because she reads tarot as well, and she was saying, you know, the deck that you have shouldn't be called tarot. It should be called something else because it's so complicated, and I agree. It's a really complicated system. But we were trying to think of what name to call it besides tarot, and there isn't a good one, but it does not fully encapsulate what it is. It's like calling Michael Jackson a dancer. That's not right. There's got to be some other word to describe him, right? Can't be dancer. That doesn't begin to cover it. That doesn't say how he was singing at 5, singing people under the table at 5, right? And so this is kind of similar, you know. The closest thing we can say is it's for divining, you know. It's like tarot. So anyway, I've got my cards out. Oh, good question. Oh, we have some entrepreneur business questions coming from YouTube. This one that I'm about to answer it says, should you invest alone or with the group? Now, since you asked that after I pull out my cards, I'm going to actually ask it with the cards. And you guys, when we do tarot and yes, no questions, there's 3 cards. The middle one counts twice. So before I touch and delve into my tarot, I'm going to ground because it's very important. So we're going to do deep, 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 deep breaths. We're going to do 3 of them. And you can watch me and make funny faces with me as I do it. So 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to ground. The first one we're going to do is going to be to release the day so far. So deep, deep yoga breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Release everything that's happened so far today. Second deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth to the ground. To ground. Try to become really heavy in your seat. And again, in through the nose, out through the mouth to connect with me. And right now I'm on Mr. Hunter's question. So Mr. Hunter over here is about whether you should invest alone or with the group. So I'm asking whether you should invest alone is the question. Should you invest alone? Everything is screaming yes at me that you should invest alone. The people in whatever the group is aren't people you should put your money with. Well, the cards say don't agree with me, so we'll go with them. They say no. Okay. They say absolutely not. I asked, should you invest alone? And the cards say absolutely not. Every single card is inverted. The first reason is interference. You'll get stuck in interference. If you go to invest by yourself, you won't be able to keep focused on the idea of it long enough, or you won't be able to keep your money wherever it is long enough for it to grow for you. So that's the first reason. This is in the middle. So these are double these 2 reasons. Double, it's not just. So you'll go in and be dealt with unfairly. And then there's not enough emotional detachment for you to do it by yourself. So this is all advice about why to not do it by yourself, if you're following. And then there's a structure that comes along with it that wouldn't be available. So that's should you do it by yourself. So that means, yes, the group is where you need to be. Where I think, and it doesn't mean that I was wrong. I think that it means that as you go into this idea of investing with someone, that you have really clear contracts. And the really cool catch-all phrases at the bottom of contracts that say, and any other blah, blah, blah. Make sure you're really covered. You have a lawyer, not your baby cousin, whoever, like an actual lawyer you don't know. Read over the rules of the agreement while you go into it. Will your relationship status change this year? Good question, Robert. All right. Will your relationship status change this year? I'm on Robert over here. Let's see. I'm going to pull yes, no cards for you, Robert. And then I'm going to be on to Tara. Just love the way you spell your name. Oh, it's an exact maybe. Ooh. But I think it's not. Well, first of all, the first thing is you're going to have to get that bedroom situation together. I just did a whole speech about that. We're talking about on the weekend, you either get some or get out. That's how we're judging our relationships. So the first thing, you need to add some Frank's hot sauce to your bedroom situation. But the good news is that the relationship has all the parts that you need to be beautiful and successful. Y'all are just both really, really rebellious. And right now you're working your rebellion out on each other. But it's not for lack of what it has. You have absolutely everything that you need in the relationship. And then the other thing is, because of how you allow each other to project your emotions on each other, there's this unrational, it's not actually irrational. There's this fear of insanity because neither of you trust the other one as much as you would to be vulnerable enough to actually have some true healing going on. So this relationship has been good. It will be good. The environment isn't such that you can grow to your fullest potential. So you can stay if you want to, but and you can probably get the bedroom situation back together. But there's a pulling out of, like, a calling yourself to a higher level or greatness that you guys can't pull out of each other in your current relationship. Is your partner your soulmate? Your current partner? Let's see. I'm gonna go back to pendulum. These cards are heating me up. You know, energy work with a card just pulls so much more from me. I'm learning boundaries and stuff. Is your partner your soulmate? Yes, Tara, big time. Yep, got it. He is one of three. One of three. And you have met two, and there's one more that you haven't met. So yes, but there's potential for other people. Is the guy you're talking to going to turn into more? Good question, Lisa. And then I'm over here to Jackie. I'll show you in just a second, Jackie. The guy that you is the guy that you're talking to going to turn? Yes, it's been a big yes since the first time I asked it, and then I got confused. It's a huge, gigantic yes. Absolutely, it will. He's a little bit more worldly than you are, and so there's a potential for you to get hurt all the time around him because he's just more worldly. So if you can trust him, then do that. But he's just more, it's not even that he's bad. He's just more worldly. He's just more cultured. He just understands more, layers of things than you do, and that just can open you up. So I would continue to remind him that, like you're. I don't know. I'd have to pull some cards on how I would deal with that. But there's a big potential for you to be kind of like naive around him, which can be good, in some situations. As long as the person is trustworthy. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to wrap. This I wanted to show. This is the book that I use for my that I use to learn my. See, it has the same back. Look, it's a devil. It's the Mirror of the Soul. It's a really good book because it has questions. Is one of the reasons I like it, and it explains a whole lot. So there was that, and there was two other ones, but that was the main one. Anything else, guys? Please make sure you go over to YouTube and like and share. Should you make a video on TikTok about why I really lost weight? Being honest about it, absolutely. I could just say that because we just need more truth around that kind of thing, especially women. But I'm gonna ask the pendulum. Should Tabitha make a video on TikTok about why she really lost weight? It's an oval yes. So that means it's a conditional yes. So you should, but you should do it in a way, like if you did it in some damaging way to say, I'm not glorifying this, but here it is. Or if you did it in some, you understand what I mean? Present the information responsibly is the energy I'm getting. All right, so I think that we're good over here. I'm going to go over to YouTube for a couple more minutes. So everybody here, if you have a question, you can pop over to Hi Tarot, HAITAROT on YouTube. You should anyway, just to like and subscribe. Bye, Facebook. And then over here, I'll close out with you guys in just a little bit. Let's see if there's any other questions over here. I'm not sure. It was just time to not be on there anymore. You know what I mean? In a minute, I have to go get something to drink because my mouth is really, really spitty. Are there more questions with you guys in here? Let's see what we have. Let's look for messages. It's a good question, Miss Mamacita. Let me take. You know what? Have a sitting out juice. All right. Other messages for today. Let's do active and passive. So here's active, and And here's passive. You know what's cool, and this one wants to come. What's cool is the active card came out upright and the passive came out inverted, which is what we want for active and passive. So actively, I just pulled this earlier today. I was doing some tarot with another person, and this is the pregnant one. So this is gestating a new idea. So for us in the group that this card resonates with, there's the idea that you're gestating a new idea. Do you see her belly? Her pregnant. Gestating a new idea. But also, I want y'all to notice she has her scepter, but it's pointing down. So this is willfully stopping your power. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. So willfully not using your power. So this is like when psych people turn off the channel so we don't hear whatever's coming in. This is sensory deprivation, going in your room and going, shutting out the world so that you can kind of focus on yourself and come inward. It's kind of like the Hermit card, but it is to gestate this idea. So what we have to do in order to kind of live the spirit of this card is to listen to those little impulses that tell you, you should open that coffee shop. You should go ask so-and-so to work with you. That little small, still voice, if we can hear it, then we'll be able to see the forest for the trees. She's ineffective in a way because she's not seeing all the resources that are available to us. And the worst thing, I always feel like the worst thing that could be is that you have everything that you need, but you don't use it. Wouldn't that be terrible? Passively. So passively, we're going to take a little bit of a break. Passively, we're going to remove all of the illusions that, attach us to the earth and make us the different roles and names that we call ourselves, and just open ourselves up to what else there is. What else there is. The moon card, and when it's upside right, is about being really careful and walking this like really kind of a tightrope kind of situation. But when it's inverted and it's in the passive space, it's about the opposite of that, letting go of whatever obligations make it difficult to move. And then with that space, with that new freedom, see where you go. see, leave that space open for the universe to communicate back through you with, right? Have that meditation space, have that labyrinth space, have that, concentration on spirituality. And then the card that came over the both of them, which is kind of cool, is the Prince of Cups. And so that's about moving with your emotion. See, his eyes are closed and he's riding this eagle, right? So it's all about following your heart and not your mind. He's not using his eyes, he's using his heart. There you go. So that's the message for today. The message for today is gestate that idea. Believe yourself when you come up with those things, mama, right? Also, release all of the roles and masks and stuff that kind of attaches to our current state in life. You have to let go of that to see what new thing is becoming available to you. When we're freeze framed in what we think we are, we don't actually see the new changes in ourselves. And then we see a picture of ourselves and we're like, is that me? And you don't even know what you look like, So we're going to release all of the things that we accept as true about us subconsciously, and then see what actually is true, what bubbles to the top. And then we'll have some truth to deal with. Does that help? I hope. Yay, guys! It's Labor Day weekend, right? Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend. Are y'all doing stuff for Labor Day? How does one celebrate Labor Day appropriately during COVID? Labor Day tarot? That would be my question. That would be my answer. All right. Well, I am going to go off and tend to my family, and I will probably check back at least a couple of times this weekend. You want to know? Oh, I have one more question. Will you gain the weight? Will you gain the weight you lost back? Ooh, it's an oval. At least a little bit, and then to no. You are going to gain a little bit back, but you very quickly pull yourself together. You don't like the way that looks. Whatever you did to lose, like if you were keto or whatever dietary change that you made before, you will go back to after you see the scale like start inching in the wrong direction. You are so welcome. I appreciate it. I'm so glad I get to spend time with you guys. Please like and hit that thumbs up. And I'm gonna jump. I'll go. Peace and love. Bye.